Hey, Michael, said Johnny. Hey, Johnny, said Michael. Oh, it's so good to be out in the green. Ready to golf? Oh, I'm so ready, said Michael. I'm ready too. So, what's been going on in your life, Michael? Said Johnny. Where do I start? Let's get some golf balls and we'll putt our way through the whole story. Yeah, this Grace girl, she's special, Johnny said. I think so, said Michael. You think she's the one for you? Said Johnny. Yeah. Michael said, I can just feel it. I could just tell. I gave her a peck on the cheek the first night, and I knew it wasn't enough. I had to kiss her. You already kissed her? Yeah. What else would you do in the situation I'm in? Said Michael. She's pretty. She's really, I hate to say it, but she's the package deal. She's got youth, she's got artistic ability, she's really just fresh out of a bad marriage, and she's not damaged completely. Not like I was when I came out of my bad marriage. You don't say, said Johnny. Listen, my wedding's not that long off. Why don't you bring her to my wedding and maybe that be the beginning of something? That's a great idea, said Michael. I'll take her to the wedding. Your wedding's like in a couple weeks. Yeah, that's a great idea. You never know what could happen. They say strange things happen at weddings and funerals. Yeah, I'd rather go to a wedding, Michael said. I agree, said Johnny. As Michael and Johnny were golfing, they kept talking about Grace and Vanessa, swapping love stories and romantic tales. You know, I didn't think male bonding was like this, said Johnny, but I really enjoyed golfing with you today. This was fun. I appreciate it too. Plus, I needed those love romantic tips, by the way, Johnny, said Michael. You never know when they'll come into use. I'm just giving you that's between me and you, said Johnny. Besides, you're going to be in the wedding party. I think Grace is going to want to be there in, you know, she's going to want to be at the wedding. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring her. Definitely, said Michael. All right, let's part ways from here and clean up and get to our ladies, said Michael. Yeah, I agree. Vanessa's waiting for me too. All right. So I'll see you at the rehearsal dinner, and that's probably the next time I'll see you. Yeah, probably because it's going to be a hectic couple weeks for me, said Johnny. Vanessa is going to be super busy. We're going to take some time off at the pub to get ready for the wedding. Okay, sounds good. Your whole family is going to be there. I'm sure it's going to be huge with your Italian and Polish families. Imagine that. Yeah, imagine that, said Johnny. All right, talk to you later, Johnny. Talk to you later, Michael. It's always fun. Always. Always, always, said Johnny. As Michael and Johnny parted ways, he realizes the wedding could be the icebreaker that he needs to really get to know Grace. So Michael calls Grace. Grace. Yes, Michael. Are you done golfing? Yeah, I am. Uh, are you busy? Said Michael. No, actually, I'm kind of free myself. Oh, wow, that's good, said Grace. I'm glad to hear that because, as you know, us lonely women, we get kind of bored easily. We need a man to spice things up. Oh, really? Well, I have a question to ask. Would you like to go to a wedding with me in the next, well, it's a little over a week and a half from now. Yeah. Who's getting married? Johnny and Vanessa. Oh, wow. They're getting married. Yeah. I think you need to be there to support me because I'm in the wedding party. Oh, wow. That's pretty neat. I'll see you in a tuxedo. That'll be really special. Yeah, you'll have to pick out a dress. Do you want to go dress shopping? Yeah, that sounds great. How about I pick you up and we'll go dress shopping today? Do you want to do that today? Yeah, yeah, I'd love it. I'll even pick up the tab and everything. Sounds great, said Grace. When are you going to come and get me? How about I'll be there in a half hour? Okay, I'll be waiting. So Michael doesn't rush over, but he gets there in 20 minutes and he knocks on the door. Grace, I'm sorry, I'm early. Oh, Michael, you're here. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you're here. That door, the sound of that knock. Oh, wow. Come on in, said Grace. Oh, Michael, I'm so glad to see you. So, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm 20 minutes? You said you would be here in a half hour. You must really want to be here, said Grace. Yeah, yeah, said Michael. We got to get a nice outfit for you. You're going to be a stunner to that wedding. I want you to look red hot. Red hot. Well, not red hot. I think I better rephrase that. I want you to look like your best. Okay, sounds good. I know what you mean. So Grace and Michael go dress shopping at the nearest boutique, and there are some nice dresses, and she picks out a really nice off the shoulder dress, and it's slightly cream colored dress. Michael is stunned. It looks like a wedding gown. Michael says to Grace, Grace, you're beautiful. That looks like a wedding gown. You never know. I might wear it someday for my own wedding. Grace, buy it and make sure the shoes match. So Grace doesn't hesitate, but the price tag is pretty hefty. Michael says, I don't want to care about how much it costs either. Get it. Okay, said Grace. She's beaming. Do you have a purse to match that? Said Michael. No, I don't. Get a nice purse, too. So Grace gets the whole outfit plus a purse, and Grace is beaming. Wow, Michael, this was expensive. Yeah, well, you deserve it. You're going to look like exactly what I would think on your wedding day. Wedding day? Grace looks back and taken back by that. You think there's a possibility that could happen to me? Absolutely. I had a long talk with Johnny. I said, Grace, you could be the one in my, you could be my future bride. You never know. I, I feel like I can say that confidently. Wow, Michael, I'm honored that you would even think about me in that context. Grace, whatever happens at this wedding will be the deal breaker for both of us. We're either going to love each other or we're just going to keep dating. We don't know. But I think this wedding is important for both of us. You really believe that, Michael? Said Grace. Yeah, I do. I'm not hiding anything from you. I want you to be a part of this wedding. I want you to feel honored. I want you to feel cherished. You go to church, Grace? No, not really. I haven't been able to because of all the things that went wrong in my marriage. I believe in God. You believe in God. Do you believe in Jesus? Yes, I believe in Jesus. Do you have a relationship with Jesus? Yes, I do. I pray. We're going to have to make it more of a concerted effort to talk about this. Okay, said Grace. How do you feel about pro family issues? I'm pro family. I'm pro adoption. I'm pro life, said Grace. Good, good. I like where you stand on the issues. All right. You're qualifying so far for all the things a wife needs to qualify. Have you ever read Proverbs 31 about what it is to be a noble wife? Yeah, I have. See, you understand. See, the thing is that you don't have to be a perfect wife. All you have to do is understand. Nobody has to beat anybody over with a Bible either. That's the thing. See, Carolyn, she was from a different background. She didn't understand all these things. She was a little loose with her morals. I didn't ask her the hard questions in the beginning. We just dated because we were in college and things just kind of flowed and, you know, we ended up married. Hmm, interesting, said Grace. Well, listen, I have to get back to my house and do some things. You never mentioned your house at all. You want to go back to my house with me? Well, do you mind? No, I don't mind at all. I'll give you the grand tour. So Michael and Grace get back in the car, drop off the things first, and then head over to Michael's house. Michael gives Grace the tour of his house. She is astonished how much room there is. This is an 8-bedroom house. Yeah, I planned on having children, so I bought an 8-bedroom house. This just you in this 8-bedroom house? Yes. Look at the yard. This is beautiful. It's a mansion. It is. As Grace was astonished at how big it was. Were you planning on adopting or having children? Both. That's why I said you answered all the questions correctly. Wow, I can't believe this is going on in your life. Yeah, we'll talk more about that later. As Michael and Grace were talking, they spent hours talking about their stories, about what they wanted for their future. Before you knew it, they were kissing, and that was really how the night ended. Michael drove Grace back home, and they kissed some more. Michael, I could kiss you more and more. I love the dress. I love everything about this day. I wish this night couldn't end. It's okay. Grace, there'll be more nights like this. As more nights continued, date night after date night, they kissed until they finally got to the wedding day. Michael was dressed to the T. Wow. And so was everybody else at the wedding. Grace walked in and she saw Michael all dressed to the nines. Oh, wow. Michael. Grace, you look beautiful, said Vanessa as Grace was in the bridal suite. Wow, this is amazing. Look at how many people are here, said Grace to Vanessa. You don't know anybody here. I understand. The ceremony is about to start. Why don't you get to the gathering room? Okay, I will, said Grace. She glanced at Michael and she fell in love. Michael winked as he walked over to where the ushers were, and the wedding march began. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. As the wedding continued to play the music, the wedding march and the music played, and Vanessa walked down the aisle. She met Johnny at the front of the altar, and they listened to the preacher announce all the important announcements, including exchanging the vows. Before you know it, they were announcing Johnny, Knox, and Vanessa as husband and wife, and he kissed the bride. The celebration began, and before you knew it, so did everybody celebrate. The whole family danced and cheered for Vanessa and Johnny. It was such a glorious moment. It wasn't too long after that Grace rejoined with Michael, and Michael just planted a kiss on Grace. Grace, we're next. I think so. I think so. Yep. Johnny came up to Grace and Michael and said, yep, you're next. Vanessa said, I agree. Congratulations, Grace, said Vanessa. I'll be the one to stand up with you if it comes down to that, said Johnny. Said Michael, I believe it's going to happen. Oh, wow. Grace is beaming with smile ear to ear. Well, Michael, said Grace, you were right. This was the icebreaker. I really feel like I belong somewhere. This is so true, as the reception was such an amazing event. The cake was huge, and the dancing and the DJ was playing every type of music possible. They would dance for hours, and everybody was having so much fun. It was just such an exciting moment. But Grace was getting exhausted and tired early, and so was Michael. Grace knew it was time for them to wrap it up. It was a long, long day. As everybody had finished their dinners and danced the night away, Grace said discreetly to Michael, it's time for us to get ready to go. Yeah, it looks like people are ready to leave anyway. Grace said, thank you, Michael, for making me a part of this. I feel like I have a second family too. I met so many people today. Yeah, this was really important. As Grace and Michael cleaned up and they said their goodbyes, they especially said their congratulations to Johnny and Vanessa. They said, we can't wait till you're next. Wink, wink. Grace and Michael headed to the car and headed home. Whose home are we headed to this time? Michael just kind of stuttered for a moment. I don't know. Do you want to come to my house? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of going to your house, said Grace. Let's head to your house, said Michael to Grace. Okay, I have to drop you off. I have to do the right thing. You know, there will come a time if we decide to make this commitment official that we will share the whole house together and we will plan our lives out and we will make a full commitment to one another. And when that time comes, Grace, I will have a proposal for you that will be worth listening to. I want you to have an official proposal, though, one that you will not pass up. Thank you, Michael. And Michael and Grace kiss goodbye.